Welcome to the Primitive Lifeways channel. I'm Jeff Martin.
My name is Kiowa Sage.
I'm Giovanna Horning.
And we got an exciting announcement, so stick around. So welcome back, folks. On May 13th and 14th, we're holding a Primitive Skills Gathering here in Prescott, Arizona. I'm joining up with Kiowa Sage, Mike Lowe from History Channel's Alone Show, Mark Swanson. I've seen you somewhere.
I was
Giovanna Horning. Where from?
I was on Naked and Afraid, and I'm on Naked and Afraid XL this coming season.
That's where.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah.
So anyway, folks, yeah, we're hosting the Primitive Skills Gathering. We're going to be teaching primitive pottery making, edible and medicinal plants, bow and arrow shooting, atlatls and darts, rabbit sticks, just a plethora of skills. And we're really excited to do that. We hope you guys join us. Just a quick little announcement. Once again, that is May 13th and 14th. That'll be a Saturday and Sunday here at the Yavapai Pit Houses. We're actually in them right now. This area has a lot of history. It is pre-Yavapai, and cultures have lived in this area for thousands of years, and it'll be interesting for you guys to check those out as well. We'll be leading a tour on Sunday. So in addition to a pit house tour on Sunday and teaching and practicing primitive skills throughout the weekend, we're also going to hold an Atlatl dart throwing competition as well as a rabbit stick throwing competition. So we're all super excited for this gathering. We definitely hope you join us. I'm Jeff with PrimitiveLifeways.com.
And I'm Kiowa Sage with PrimitiveLifeways.com.
And we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, folks, and we hope to see you soon. Primitive living skills in modern culture and society are so important because everybody seems to be so divided amongst each other throughout America and quite frankly throughout the world. We all have our disagreements, but as primitive skills enthusiasts, we can all come together as a community, as a tribe for the common good and decency of mankind.
So, why is it so important for modern people to try to live a more natural lifestyle? And I think when thinking about this question, we have to start thinking about, just the question of how do we want to spend our lives as individuals. And how we spend our lives is really how we spend our days. And if we spend our days driving to and fro to the store, going to work, collecting things, staring at glowing screens, then that's ultimately how we spend our lives. And over the past decades, many studies have documented that lives lived in close communion with nature and experiences in nature are beneficial not only psychologically, but physically as well. They help our psychological well-being, they create more purpose in ourselves, and they help reconnect us to what it means to really be human and what's important and what's really going to matter to us in the end. So I think that by stepping back in time a little bit and reconnecting with our ancestors and with the earth, we're ultimately connecting with ourselves and with others around us. We can make positive changes as keepers of this earth and as keepers of our own bodies as well.
Primitive living skills have given me a platform to where I feel like I can live within the cause of my life as opposed to being stuck within the effect of it. When I first started doing primitive skills many years ago, my psychological state was suffering. I had a lot of anxiety and depression, and also I was very disassociated from myself. And I had to confront myself about these things, and it was really uncomfortable. So I've always been into archaeology, and I've always been into the outdoors. So I figured it was a natural sort of progression for me to be here. So I'd done some research, and I thought to myself, I'm like, well, maybe I could find something to where people are doing more archaeological things, but in a more hands-on way. And surprisingly enough, there was actually a whole community out there that was dedicated to these skills. The first two people I came across were Cody Lundeen and Paul Campbell. And these guys I would consider to be my original mentors. Reading about their life and their skills and their success really inspired me to do these skills. So I read a lot of books, and I got out there, and I just started honing my skills every day. You know, the first skill I learned was friction fire, and the more skills that I mastered, the better I felt, the more happier I felt, and the more fulfilled I felt. I think mainly because primitive skills allow us to really step inside of ourselves and really get in touch with our instincts and our inner emotions. But simultaneously, they also allow us to step outside of ourselves and be humbled because we're working with something that's much greater than ourselves. The natural world is a very excellent teacher, because you're not really working with your own terms, you're working with her terms. And having that guiding force is a really fantastic therapy. Other great things that primitive living skills have affected my life is lessons of gratitude and awareness. These two things are core concepts that I've learned and that I'm now teaching other people. And of course, you know, the awareness comes from understanding your local environment. So when I go out on the land, I know all the plants that are around me. I know all the animals. I know the movements of the landscape. And so every plant is kind of like your friend, because it's either, you know, it's a food, it's a medicine, it's a utility. And there's something empowering about that, to be able to go on a landscape and feel confident. And it definitely gives you an edge in the outdoors, I feel. And of course, the gratitude part, that's really important. You know, anyone who's done this stuff for real out in the backcountry, and you know, where they only have pretty much a rock to make your everyday items, it sinks in really quickly that gratitude is a really driving force in this, because when you go back into civilization, if you will, you know, you're almost baffled by, you know, clean potable water everywhere you go, and grocery stores, and all these different amenities that we have that you really don't have available out in the backcountry. And so it really gives you this type of gratitude, and it makes you very thankful for the things that you do have.